this is the Jedi. I first want to say Happy New Year. I have deliberately not said that in my work this year because I wanted to be face to face with you when I gave you that bidding of Happy New Year to all of my people across the diaspora. I also want to say that I wanted my first video on camera to be live, but it can't be live because one of the reasons why I haven't done a recorded video or anything live or anything is because I wanted you to see all of this. And I didn't want to shave it off and tell you about it or show you a picture, you know. And I am really looking like Malik Yoba in the lips right now. Anyway, you know, I've said most of my life, quite frankly, you know, I know kids that are 19 and they have a full beard and they still look 19. And I grow a full beard and I look like I'm 90 years old. That's one of the reasons why I don't wear a full beard. And I really admire brothers that wear full beards. I admire them so much. I mean, there's some really beautiful beards out there, man, that you're like, oh, man. But it's just this whole thing that I have, you know, self-image type stuff. I know it's petty, but that's my truth. And so that's why I don't wear a full beard, you know. But I do like wearing a beard, you know. I appreciate that it seems like more and more brothers are wearing them. That's a good thing, you know, because men should look like men, and there's a reason why Allah has made it that hair grows on our face, you know. There's a reason for that. So, but it was important for me to share this with you. I felt bad. I'm like, it's not a big deal, Jedi, but it is for me some kind of way. I haven't worked it all out, just I know that's what the universe wanted me to do. After I started to let it go, I just thought, well, I'm just going to let it go, you know. And then I knew eventually I was going to be shaving, but like I say, I didn't want to shave it off before you saw me. And I could have just taken a picture at any time and then been on a recorded video like this, and then just go, oh, you guys, let me show you a picture of when I was scruffy and I had my beard, and then just fade into that. But I'd rather do it this way, where you see me like this, and then I fade into, you know, looking like the Jedi you're used to. I'm not going to make this long, everybody, because what this video is supposed to be about is not just my beard. But it's also supposed to be about why you have not seen me, and to let you know that I'm going to be getting back on schedule. This is also the month of my birth, everybody, too. And I should have began with this really, because those of you guys that have been with me forever, I always tell you that, you know, when my birth month comes around, I'm usually holding a lot of emotion, you know? A lot of things I'm holding. I feel a lot of energy. It's a very, I don't want to use this word, but I don't got another one. It's a very sacred time, really. Because it is the month of my birth, you know? When I came to Earth. It's very important. Yeah. So now I'm going to morph over so you can see the normal Jedi that you're used to, and not the dude that looks like he just walked in off the subway platform from asking for coins. This will be a revelation for me too, you guys, because filming this right now, I will tell you that, you know, obviously I see myself in the mirror, but I don't this will be the first, when I finish this will be the first time I get to sit and see myself with all of this, you know. It's been, I don't know when the last time I had a full beard going on. I mean, just really like Moses, the lawgiver, Jesus of Nazareth, you know, pick one. So I'm going to do a transition here, and then I will tell you what I'm going to be doing going forward. So, one last look. So let us, through the magic of technology, let us give the Jedi a makeover. The magic of technology. I first want to say, everybody, that I want to begin by telling you what I have going forward this year and for the channel, and then I will get into some topical things that I want to bring up in my live stream that I'm hoping to have with you on Sunday. Could be before, but today is Friday, I think. And so I'd like to possibly do that on Sunday. Yeah. I also need you to know this too, and this kind of goes with what I want to say right now as far as what's coming up, but this is further down the road. I want to let you know that I have already begun documenting my life here in America. Just daily stuff, running arounds, you know, business that I have to take care of, and just any sector of my life. I've started filming that for you. What's up, everybody? This is the Jedi. I don't know when you will see this footage, but it's important to me that I start archiving stuff. And I look like some bullshit. I am a model. It doesn't show right now, but that's not what we're focused on. You'll start to see this footage after I'm in the last throes of leaving America. I want you to have known what I couldn't show you before. I don't want you to just be able to share my journey to Africa. I want you to share my humanity so that you understand the pathology of this man, what my life is, what it's been, how this man is leaving for Africa. I just think the whole picture will have more of an impact for and upon my people. You know, I was going to get gas. I'm too fat and lazy, y'all. I also am revealing, you know, where I live, my name, all the things that I have had to keep secret from you over the years. I start to reveal those things, and I don't know when you'll see that, and it's in no particular, you know, it's not going to be fancy. It's going to be very raw, you know. There will probably be parts where, you know, cameras are dropped, or just, it'll be so raw because it's just real life. It's just what I'm doing and have been doing and all that kind of stuff. I start to really open up my life, and when you will see that will depend on exactly when I leave. I don't know if you'll see it just before I leave America or after I leave. I haven't really. I'll probably start sharing portions of it before I leave, but it's just in chronological order, so I don't want to pick anything and go, okay, let me just share this with you, but it's not really in order. That's the only thing that's you know, I was just telling you a minute ago, it's raw. It's just what it is, what it is. But the only thing that will be, that is a requisite for me, for lack of a better word, is that it just be in order. You know, so like in the footage when the day changes, or if it's at night, it's continuous, so that you kind of make the journey with me. So I've already begun doing that. It's so funny because one day I was filming. I was out running errands, and I had some other stuff to do, and I went to I went to the store where I buy my black cherry punch. And I remember saying in the footage, like, because some things I forget to film, and or I film it and I'm trying to, block or hide certain things, and I'm like, wait, no, we're not doing that anymore. I've been so used to trying to be careful of what I reveal that now that I'm revealing everything, I forget to reveal stuff. So I have to unlearn what I've learned, so to speak. Anyway, so that's going to be coming up in the next. Just be looking for that at some point, as things begin to evolve and move more quickly for me. Yeah, so look for that. And I also am intending to, as a component to that, it's important that I begin to start having content for you where I am sharing with you my mental and emotional journey for this. I want to go back to the beginning and begin with the first inspiration for this and how that all evolved. It's important for me that you not just take the visual journey with me, but it's so essential, I know it to be. It's so essential that you take the emotional and mental journey with me, because remember, part of this, a big component of this whole thing is I want, in my ultimate dream, we would have a mass exodus from this damn asshole of the devil. Like, mass exodus. So I probably won't get that dream, but I do want to be in the hearts and minds of those who will take the journey, and I need you to know what I was going through emotionally. It's one thing if you just see me on camera and, ooh, the Jedi's doing this, and he's doing that, he's doing that, but how's he feeling? I want you to know those long nights of doubt and trepidation and fear and questioning and angst and stress and, all the things that, the thoughts that come up, and, you need to know that, because those who will eventually take the journey will, when they're having any of those feelings, it's important to me that they go, okay, this is normal. Like this, the Jedi said he went through this too, so I'm not just tripping. I really need you to go through that, because I know that it is such a heavy lift to uproot everything that you've ever known, your entire existence, and to commit to going someplace else on the earth, that's completely unfamiliar. It'd be one thing just to move to a different state that you've never been to, or a city in your own state, but to move to another continent, a whole nother understanding of existence and culture and music and food and way of being and community and all that stuff is, it's profound. It is profound, and it's very, just by default, it is profound. It is profound. It is profound. So I will begin to speak on that portion of it, and some of those I would like to probably do in live streams, because then you can ask me real-time questions. I think that'll be beneficial for you and for me, because I can't think of everything, and that's one of the things that I will want to share with you about this whole emotional and mental preparation for this. Remember, I'm by myself, and sadly, of all the people that I follow and have been following and have studied and watched and learned about that have made the journey to Africa, they all have family, or they have a spouse, or they have children, or they have a crew, they have something going on. I don't have any of that. It's just me. It's just me. And so that makes it even more trepidatious, because you don't even have another voice there speaking to you saying, did you check this? You know, it doesn't have to be a transcontinental move. Let's just say you're going on a trip for the weekend. Maybe you're going camping or something, and the family's going. You know, you've announced to the family, we're going camping. You know, and then different people start saying, don't forget to bring the sleeping bags. Don't forget to bring the so and so. Did you remember the water canteens? You know, you have different voices, different other minds that are working. You know, to facilitate the goal. You know, I don't have that, so I have to depend on me to think of every single thing, every detail I have to cover, and find out. You know, if it's something I haven't conjured or have been given the inspiration of, then I have to seek it. You know, so there's a lot to it. You know, there's a lot to it. There's a lot, and I want people to know that. You know, so that's will be part of the reason why it is part of the reason why I am telling you, I know that it's so essential that I share the emotional and mental portion of this journey. You know, it's very important. And so, as I said, if I haven't said already, then I'm hoping to be live with you over the weekend. I feel like Sunday is going to be good, but something could pop up. You know, something could pop up. In fact, I was with, something's always popping up, you know, like even today I thought I was going to be able to, I just thought my day was going to be very different than it was, and I ended up having to, this sister and her, I guess her niece, she's turning 6 tomorrow. Anyways, I needed to take them way across town. I had to go across town to pick them up, and then take them across town because she was wanting to rent a car, so she got out of town for the weekend, and all of that. And then the day before yesterday, the brother that I tell you all about that's in a wheelchair, that I am always, you know, taking him wherever he needs to go. I was with my Nigerian brother, and he came up and was asking if we knew anybody that wanted to buy a car. And so my Nigerian brother was like, yeah, you know, like, how much is the car? And all of that. And so he was showing us some pictures of it. And Amos wanted to go see the car. So I kind of became his agent in that moment. You know, he wanted to go see it, and he wanted me to help to negotiate with the guy. I really wish I had filmed that even. Damn. Because I really want you to see the relationship and the rhythm between me and my Nigerian brother. It's something beautiful, you know. We have such a good rhythm that is from the heart and soul. But this expresses that, and you know, it kind of gives you a glimpse of that in a way, because just how we do everything, you know. When he came up, or when he said, you know, we want to go see the car, and so we left the spot and drove over to where the guy had the car. He told me to get the number from Eric, so I got the number, and I was calling the guy. I just automatically know, without him saying it, what I need to do, you know, and he gets it, and I get it, and anyway, it's a long story, but I'm just trying to get into say that, because now it was nearly sundown then, and when we went and test drove the car, he and I, and then when we came back, you know, then I negotiated a price down from what the guy was asking, and you know, then we were trying to see if he wanted to take cash or was he okay with a bank transfer? Well, it was already too late for the bank. So, and he didn't want to transfer because he said he has some child support issues, and he doesn't understand banking enough to know if it'll somehow affect it if he had the transfer. And we couldn't really explain. We couldn't get him to understand the idea of the transfer. It's like, well, you have the same bank as him. It'll go in like right now, and it'll be available right now. Like, that's what it is. He just didn't understand. But anyway, but it was also to our benefit because I committed to. I would just call my brother early the next morning, and we would get started. But I started already when I got home, starting to check the records on the car to see if I could find out if it had its emissions done, and had, what was the history of the car, and the previous owner, just all the stuff you need to know, and also what I didn't know. And so I was already up into the wee hours already. But when I first got started, there would be times when I would need to call Amos to tell him certain things, and we'll talk tomorrow, but I need to give you this right now, and blah blah blah. Then we started out early the next morning, and we were out until probably about 2 o'clock because I had arranged to meet with the dude at 10, but at 10 o'clock he hadn't even called us, so that was kind of dusty. If I'm going to do business with you, or anything I'm going to do with you, like, I punctual, Anyway, so that was just, he didn't call, and that was fine because we weren't really ready. Because what we were doing is we were out going to various DMV locations, trying to get as much information we could get, the stuff we couldn't get online, and blah, 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 blah. And so it just turned out that we weren't going to be able to get that. The guy didn't have the title. So my last call to him was like, okay, so what's up with the title? And he was like, the other person had it. Or no, he bought it from a private owner. But the night before, he had told us that he bought it from an auction. So that was a strike. And then now you're telling me you bought it from a private owner. And I know where he lives and everything, and it's all good. I'm honest and blah, blah, blah. So, but you don't have the title, and the person you got it from doesn't have the title. And your name is on none of the documents. Anyway, it just turned out to be like, we can't. We can't do it. We're not doing it. So I didn't get any sleep the night before, and I couldn't take a sleeping pill because if I took a sleeping pill, then it was a high risk that I wasn't going to be up early enough to call him and wake him up. So I can't do that. So I was really tired when we got back, and then I called myself going to come in and try and get some sleep. That didn't really work. I can't remember why. And then the sister that I was just telling you all about was also texting me and calling me, you do this, can you come get us tomorrow and take me so I can go get this rental car and blah, blah, blah. So anyway, I'm just saying all that to say it was a long, circuitous way of saying that I'm hoping we'll get together to be live. I hope we'll get to be together live on Sunday. That's what's in my heart, but anything could happen. I don't know what to tell you, I have missed you all, and a lot has happened since the last time you saw me. I don't know when the last time I was live. I would have to check it. I also got a tablet, y'all. Y'all know I don't do anything unless it's practical. And I know this is going to be practical not only just for here, but also for Africa as well. And even if nothing if for nothing else, but just the plane ride, like, you need a tablet. And because y'all know I don't have no internet, and so I have been using my hotspot on my phone to run my computer for short periods of time, like when I pull up articles or something like that. Some stuff I have to do online and all of that. Well, so I was paying the extra for the 15 gigabytes of hotspot each month, but my total was $60. So with this, I can now pay $15 a month for this with unlimited high-speed internet and $30 for my phone. So now I'm down to a $45 price point, and I'm getting more value. Plus, as you saw if you watched the last video that I put out, which is nearly 5 hours, And I really deeply, deeply thank those of you who watched that video, everybody. Y'all know I don't have no, y'all that have been with me forever, that's one of the things that makes me stand out, kind of. I'm here to communicate, and I just, some people would never put out a video. They get to 5 minutes, they're like, I know the video's long, guys. Really, bitch, 5 minutes? Really, it's long? Like, I can't with that. So, I know that over the years, many of my people expressed, Jedi, I like when you do the long videos. I like the longer videos. I like the longer videos. I don't just do long videos to do long videos. If what I have to communicate takes that amount of time, then that's just how much time it takes, because I also know my audience, and if I put it out in parts, you don't watch it. It just don't happen. So if I put out a video in 3 parts, if the first part got, let's say, 5 views, all of them should have 5 views. Obviously I don't have a video that only gets 5 views, but I'm saying I just needed a number to, y'all don't follow up, with part 2 and part 3 and all of that. So I just have to give it to you in one clip, and you can watch it when you can over time or whatever you need to do. But there it is, all in one, on one platter, because I'm not trying to waste my time. And so then if I put something out in parts and you don't watch all the parts, then I'm wasting my time, and I'm not here to waste my time. I don't have it to waste, I don't have any time to waste at all. But I digress. So a lot has happened. I had some, I won't say, I was ill. Not ill, but I just wasn't feeling well. Like there was a couple times when I had, high temperature, I had high fevers. There was 1 week, I don't know how long ago any of this is now, because I could say, I'm supposed to be looking up when I was last on camera. And, then I had, another time where my nose was stopped up so bad I couldn't take a single breath through my nose. I could only breathe through my mouth. It was so miserable. It was so miserable. And lately I have been noticing that bananas provoke some kind of what you call that, stop. I get kind of, it doesn't get that bad where I can't breathe through my nostril, but I feel a little something. Like there's definitely a change. There's definitely a change. So I don't know if I'm going to have to give up bananas altogether or what's going to happen. I just don't know. What am I trying to do? This I need to say. And I really like this tablet, by the way, too, because I was showing you guys in the 5-hour video that I can project from the tablet to my computer. So anything I pull up on here, I can have it on the screen, on my computer screen, and I can move around my mouse and all that kind of stuff. So, and it transfers sound and everything in real time. Like, it's the best thing for me since sliced bread. I'm really pleased. I didn't know all of that when I even got it. I just was like, I want a bigger screen. This is cheaper. I'll have unlimited high-speed internet, and that's what I need. I didn't know that all this other stuff I would be able to do, So I'm really, really pleased about it. Especially that projection thing, because that's, I mean, I know there's implications there that I haven't even figured out yet. They're going to be really valuable in my production value, and then also, once I get a case for this thing, this is also a good thing to film with. It's a few things. I'm supposed to be finding last time I was on camera is what I'm supposed to be doing. While I'm pulling this up, so like I say, there was times when I wasn't feeling well. I have gone through bouts of just in a funk. I never like to use the word depression because I'm not really a depressible human being. In fact, I even think that depression is almost akin to ungratitude and lack of vision, because for me it's about you not taking inventory of what's good. You're so focused and pulled down mentally and emotionally about what's not good and what's not going your way and what's not happening, and then there you are depressed now and you're on Dr. Phil or something, you know. You have to take inventory of what's good. What's good? What's good? And you literally shift that into a place of gratitude and thankfulness. But having said that, I'm still human and I'm not immortal. And so I have times when I'm just a little funky, a little gloomy. Just a little gloomy. You know, just a little gloomy. You know? And so I've gone through those, and okay, it looks like the last time that I remember, it was the Walmart thing, because I thought that I was going to be live, and the title of the video says, "Trust me, I have a lot to say, I'll see you soon." And then I ended up making it a recorded video. Let me make sure of that. First time, because you guys know I don't read in advance. Right, yeah. So it was a month ago. It was also important to me also because, the anniversary of the death of my friend Vanity is this month. I'm going to be speaking on that in the very near future. My birthday is this month, obviously. Shout out to all the Pisces in the house. And I'm going to expand it and just say shout out to everybody that's born in the month of February. You know, even if you're not a Pisces, I'm just going to make you an honorary Pisces, just on the strength. But anyways, my birthday is this month. It's the anniversary of the death of my friend Vanity. It's also the anniversary of the death of my king, Alhaj Malik Shabazz. You know, February holds a lot of energy for me. And indeed, I think for the universe, everybody. Just go and watch anything and notice there's always a lot of stuff happens in February for some reason. A lot of stuff I can't watch a crime show without it being February. Or I'm watching a court show, Judge Judy or something, it was February. Everything's always February, to the point now where I'm watching something, I'm like, wait for it, it's going to be February, wait for it, and they'll say February. That's an observation that I hope I would have made even if I wasn't born in February. So that's separate. Now, that's one thing. Now, this is a totally different thing now to say about the month of February. For me, February is the month of my birth. And I have always taken my birth month, certainly the day of my birth, as a day and a month of reflection and assessment, the things I've done and things that I hope to do, reflecting on people and places I've been, experiences I've had. February is really, it holds a lot for me. It holds a lot. And, February is the month in which my mother died, because my mom died 6 months after giving birth to me, so I'm born in February, March, April, May, June, July, August, and so it holds a lot of spirit realm energy for me. Kai and I were having a beautiful conversation about birthdays and existence, and he said something that really was profound, and I never thought about it this way, but to summarize what he said and the thought that it provoked and stuff, he was talking about how, to paraphrase his words, like, basically we get to our birthday every day we're sort of being reborn, because we all accept, those of us who, even if you're not religious, we all accept that when we wake up in the morning, it's another day and another chance of life. You know, many may not be thinking about it as deep enough as they need to, you know, but, you know, even the divine says to mankind in the Quran that sleep is like death. She's trying to explain to you the experience of death. Because when you are raised up on the great day of judgment, it will be as if you had just gone to sleep. Even if you've been dead for thousands of years, you won't know. It won't feel like that, and you won't know it. And as Muslims, we understand that when you go to sleep, the angels come and take your soul. You know, this is now backed up by science when they're talking about how they don't know what they thought they knew about consciousness. You know, and so we know that when you sleep, you're in a suspended animation. Really, you're asleep. You're not really there. I could kick you and wake you up, but you're not really there. It's a whole thing. Anyway, but what Kai was saying was like, understanding that daily rebirthing that we have every day. He was sort of making the point of, then now we're going to get to our birthday, and then that's the day that's special. Like, that's our birthday now. You know, like, yesterday you didn't have a birthday, and the other 364 days before that, you know. It was just really profound. I never really thought about it that way. Because it is so true, you know. It really is ungrateful. Like, now this is my birthday, you know, not those other days before that my soul was allowed to return to my body and I continued on in life. No, not those. This one, the 25th of February, you know. So I loved that. It just was one of those moments, man, of just... I always love when I learn something new or think about something in a way I hadn't understood it before and all of that, and this was that. Oh, man. Wow. So February holds a lot of energy for me. And like I said, shout out to everybody who is born in the month of February. I'm just going to give you an honorary Pisces for me. Just there is a $5 fee, but you could, that's later and stuff. You could put that on you. You could like pay that at your tax time or something. Like, we won't just and stuff. But yeah, you know. And Pisces is strong in my family. I've told you guys, my grandmother, the queen of my existence. My grandmother was a Pisces. March 16th. My father, his birthday was the day before mine. One of my nephews is a Pisces. Obviously, I'm a Pisces. I have a niece whose birthday is the day after mine. She's a Pisces. I mean, I could just keep going. Pisces is so strong in my family. And, I think it's the best sign to be born under, quite frankly. I really do. And I don't buy into this, oh, Pisces, y'all are two people and all that nonsense. Those are just people that need to die off and die off. You know, I don't know how much I subscribe to your astrological sign having anything else to do with your everything. You know, I'd like to go deeper into that, really. But, I do understand how... I understand it on a different, in a different context. Not like, oh, because you're, you know, an Aquarius, you are X, Y, and Z. Because you're a Scorpio, you definitely are X, Y, and Z. I don't believe that. Like, you know, I don't know. Anyway. So, I will be wanting to pay homage to my friend, Vanity. I will be wanting to talk about Malcolm. I always love any excuse to talk about Malcolm anyway. And there's a new, it doesn't have anything to do with Malcolm, but there is a new movie out. There actually is two movies out. There is a movie that's Muhammad Ali, Malcolm X, Sam Cooke, and Jim Brown. And then there's another movie that this dude I've really started to like a lot. Again, it's somebody else my sister turned me on to. That's how I began to know who, from This Is Us. Sterling. Sterling. All right, my sister made me know who he was, and I really enjoy him. And then she made me. She's the one that made me watch any episode of Atlanta. And this Lakeith Stanfield dude is just stood out to me. I'm like, that's the dude. That's the dude. That's the dude. And there's a new movie out called Judas. Judas and the Messiah. And it's about the Black Panther Party. So I'm really and there's some random things I will talk about in this, because this is not really a video, y'all. I just wanted to come back and do a recorded video, because that's the only way that I could do the transition between my beard and then going back to normal. But there's a couple things I would like to touch on, and one of them is this Gorilla Glue sister. I can't say her real name because I can't think of it. Anyway, I want to say the beautiful thing about that story is that there's an African brother from Nigeria who came up with the formula and the chemical needed to get this glue out of her hair. And to leave her hair there. And her scalp fine. You know, the damage that she had done to it before he did his thing, you know, she's going to have to just, that will heal and all that stuff. But he was able to get this glue out, and, you know, he operates in Beverly Hills. They flew her into Los Angeles and did it for free. That's what I loved about it. That's the only reason to live, man. That's the only reason to live, is to serve the Creator and to serve humanity, dude. That's the reason for life, everybody. That's the purpose. Be clear about that. Be clear. But I loved that. And I also love that even the company that makes the Gorilla Glue didn't know how to get their own glue out of the sister's hair. That yet again, a black man, an African person in general, has to save humanity. That's all we've done. I told you, these people haven't done a thing on earth but cause strife and death to all of humanity. That's it. And here we are in 2021, and this was an international story, and this African man, this intelligent doctor / chemist, did the do. You understand? So now I'm sure Gorilla Glue is going to be calling up trying to find out, what did he do? You see? And so there's a check to be had, you know. And hopefully he will either A, not give it away, market it himself, which I would really like to see, because like I say, I'm tired of us giving our stuff away. Even when he was being interviewed on TMZ, and of course the devil, Zionist, Harvey Levin, and an alphabet, wanted to know, you know, what did you do? How'd you do it? You know, and I was like, please don't give it away, brother. Please don't give it away. Don't give it away. And he didn't. You know. But a note to my sisters I've said this, and I'm going to say it till I'm blue. Because it's going to always be true. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop all the production that you feel like you got to go through to be beautiful. I'm sick of it. It's exhausting to even know the little fraction of stuff that I know as a male, what women go through to present themselves to the world every day. It's exhausting. Where's my punch? And I need more because I'm low. But it's exhausting. And stop it already. You know? And this is what precipitated the Gorilla Glue incident. That's what precipitated it. If she understood that she could just walk out into the world the way that Allah made her. I mean, she had eyelashes out to here. They're out to here. I don't know if they were bird wings or eyelashes. We're still checking. And then she had to have piercings, and it was all, and I feel like she had colored contacts in, and it was just, I mean, you're just doing too much. You're just doing too much. Who are you, miss? Who are you? And something else occurred to me when I heard somebody saying, I don't know what it was on, it might have been I don't know what it was, but somebody was, a brother, I guess, was, and the sister said, you know you don't touch no black woman's hair. Well, you know what, brothers? Start touching their hair. Start touching their hair if they got some of that helmet hair or them bundles on. And tell them, oh no, I'm good, I'm not going to touch you. I'm not touching your hair. I'm touching bundles and fake stuff and helmet hair. I'm touching that. When you take this bullshit off and I can see your actual hair, I'll respect it and won't touch it. No problem. No problem. You know, because it just, I'm just over it. Like I say, if women want to wear that mess for very, 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 very special occasions, or some emergency situation like the Gorilla Glue chick, you know, which she still has hair now, you know, that could be very cute just as it is, you know. But just for something extreme or something like that, I still don't like it, but go ahead, I guess. But just this every day you put on a helmet, I'm sick of it, man. I'm sick of it. And stop with the makeup, like, because just speaking for me, just as an individual, I'm someone who has to have human connection with people. I have to feel connected. I have to feel connected. Remember, you guys that have been with me, remember years ago with my big channel, I used to always bitch at my people. Put up a thumbnail picture, I'm not talking to you. Put up a thumbnail picture of yourself, or I'm not talking to you. I will not talk to you. I will not talk to you. Don't type me a comment. I'm not talking to you. Because it's just that came from an organic place. I wasn't trying to be anything but just, this is what I feel about this. I want to be able to see you so that I have an image in mind when you're making a comment and I'm typing a comment back to you. I have at least an image of you. I need that. And alas, I think everybody needs that. But it's just society has been seduced into everything that's unnatural seems natural for you. You know? Like, that is natural. To see who the hell you talking to or communicating with. You know, it's kind of like when I told you, like, if you listen to anything on television, there's music under everything. Music is under there has to be music under everything. And in the rare occasions when it's not, or a quick scene in a movie or something, then it stands out to those who are paying attention. You see, there's music under everything. And that goes back to the conversation I had with you about this constant stimulus, that they start with you since the moment you come out of the womb, you know, and I'm over it. But, yeah, you know, so I need humanity. So, I can relate to a sister when I can see the sister, or any human, you know, but it's particularly women, because you put on makeup, and then you do your makeup different every day according to what you're wearing and how your hair is, so you don't look like you looked the day before, the day before, the day before that. And how am I supposed to really know who you are? How am I supposed to know what your real smile is, what your real facial expression is, what anything is? I can't know anything about you because everything is a facade. It is a fake. I can't know anything about it. You know, it's kind of like you buy a car, and it looks great sitting on the lot, but you don't know it had water damage, and it was in a flood, and sat in the flood for 6 months. Until you check the Carfax report, and you go, oh, look what it was. Oh, it looks fine there now, sitting on the lot. But you find out, and you go, oh, nah, that ain't it. You see, this is that. This is that. But why this is different than that is because what I know for sure is what's underneath it is more beautiful than what you're trying to present. Because there is nothing greater than what the divine creates of anything. Of anything. Of anything. This is why even if you see fake plants, you can see that they're fake. Nothing that man can touch can ever have the perfection of that which is produced and created by the divine. Nothing. Nothing, nothing, nothing. So we apply this principle to everything. It's a finite principle. You know, that's just it, and that's it for everything for all eternity. So nothing you're ever going to be able to do is going to make you appear more beautiful or better than what the divine has created. It's not possible. So you can save yourself a lot of time and a lot of money and just present yourself as you are. You know? Just as you are. You know? I know that subject it has come up many times over the years in my work. I'm sure it will come up again. I also want to say I had prepared a whole piece on the Wendy Williams thing. I don't know how long that video is. It's done. I mean, I did a whole piece on Wendy Williams. I did a whole piece on Salt and Pepper, pictures and all that stuff. Articles. And I've already put you through a 5-hour video. I think I'm not going to do it. Those will probably just end up on the cutting room floor, sadly. We will still be able to talk about them, you know, when we're together, if you all would like to. You're certainly able to bring that up. Because one of the things I want to mention about it right now is to say that when I was talking about the doctor that helped out the Gorilla Glue sister, you know, when Wendy Williams talked about it on her show, she started naming some of the stuff. She was like, he did acetone and olive oil and something else and some other stuff she named. And I don't know if that's accurate or real or not, but if it is, then fuck her and go to hell, Wendy. I tell you, she is an instrument of this white devil, everybody. She's an instrument of this white devil. And also, she proves what I've been telling you about her. She has been taking this glutathione. It's an IV. Glutathione. Look it up. And one of its side effects, it's used for something else. But one of the side effects is that it lightens the skin. And she's been doing it. You watch that damn, you used to go back and see any footage of her from before she was the Wendy Williams show. And she is noticeably a darker person than what we see now. She only wears these bleach blonde hair all the time. She's just Miss Bleach Blonde now. She is a white woman. She thinks and wants to be a white woman. That's who she is. That's why she's been on TV this long, and through drugs and everything else that we know about her, they've still let her be up there. You're like, why are they letting this black woman still be up there? Remember, she has no talent. She doesn't dance, she doesn't sing, she doesn't act, she doesn't do anything. She sits in a chair. It's a remarkable thing to do. But she helps their agenda, and that's why she exists. She's allowed to throw you some red meat every once and again to just try and maintain some moniker of black credibility. But those of us who see clearly and have the x-ray vision, we're not buying it. We're not buying it, you know. I can walk and chew gum at the same time. I've always told you, she is still some bullshit, and I cannot stand the very sight of her at all. I hate every single stitch of clothing she's ever worn. I've never ever seen her in anything that I went, oh, she looks great today. Because I would give it up. Case in point, in I think it was either the Salt and Pepper video or the Wendy Williams video, I put up a whole montage of pictures of Lonnie Love, who y'all know I cannot stand her fat ass. But I covered her in that piece because I wanted to say that since we've been on quarantine, since they've been virtual, every single thing she's ever presented herself has been simply divine. Wow, she looks like a queen. No center parts. She's been wearing these braids and wraps, and her outfit, I mean, she's giving me everything. She's divine. Wow. So I'm consistent. So that's what I'm saying about Wendy. So I cannot stand the thing about Wendy's bitch ass, and she needs to die off. And with any luck, she finally will. But anyway, but I can still respect that she is carrying a very heavy load. You know, I know television very well, and I can appreciate, you know, it doesn't matter, rain, sleet, shine, hurricane, tornado, it doesn't matter. When they say live from New York, it's the Wendy Williams show. When those doors open, she has to be there. It's not recorded, and oh my God, she can tape 5 shows in a day and then go home, and nah, she's live every day. And many people's livelihood depend on her to be standing there when those doors open. I've said that, you know, and then she has to hold an audience for the first 20 minutes of the show without a commercial. And she's not playing an instrument, she's not dancing, she's not singing, she's not doing anything. She's not, to just sit there. That's a feat. And for as long as she has, you know. But in the piece that I cover, that I'm probably not going to release now because I just feel like we're over it now. I don't know, I'll just kind of take a poll from your comments, you know. I don't know. I just feel like I've missed the boat on that, really. Like, that's over now. So what I have to say about it doesn't really matter. But in that, I took the time to take some pictures, because when she comes out, because y'all know I can't just talk about anything. I have to, if there's not something that I can add to that that's going to enrich you more, then there's no need for me to talk about it. So an example of that is even with the Wendy Williams thing. I took a bunch of pictures to show you that when those doors open, you have a camera crew standing off, like you see her in, like the double doors open, you see Wendy standing there. But off to the side, there's a dude with one of them cameras I told you they wear around, it hooks around their belt, and it's a big ass thing, and they can run and jump or whatever they want with it. And you'll never know it because they're so stabilized. You know. So, and there's always the guy with the grip, that holds the wires, and he's behind that dude. When you see her, when they go, it's Wendy. Well, now here's Wendy, and boom, those doors open. She comes walking out. Then they start the cutting to the other camera. Those guys come running out at high speed with her. They come running out because that circular shot that you see, that's them. We never. I tell you guys, I'm always interested in the behind the scenes of anything, or how anything happens, the creative process. How did it become to be? And so this is that. And I've told you, when you watch TV, you're just watching it. I'm watching television, all of it. So I understand that even where she stands, there's a camera that's diagonal to, because the door where she comes out is over here, and where she sits at, and that wall behind her where she shows all the pictures is over there. So there's a camera that's shooting diagonal that way towards that wall. When she comes out, she goes to her left. If you watch her come out, she walks to her left so she can be in diagonal with that. She's not over there yet, but she's in a diagonal shot of that. But that shot, when she starts walking out, you see that camera go around her. That's that dude, and then the other dude with the wire is running behind him. They're running. They're running. To get that shot coming around her, and they call the shot, and it's back to the diagonal camera when she's standing there, and she's done. And then everybody just screaming, and that's when she does the "how you doing" before she goes to sit down. It's a whole thing, but I talked about her documentary and her biopic, and she's a sad, 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 tragic woman, very tragic, Wendy Williams, very tragic and bizarre. And not to get so long into her, but I do want to mention this. I happened to catch an episode where she mentioned that her mother had died like quite some time ago, and it was just weird. She was like, yep, it was matter of fact, it was detached, it was kind of cold. It just was like, I can't with her, dude. I can't. She is a cold blood sucking vampiress. She's empty. She's empty. And God help her son. Because as we all know who are adults, you cross that invisible line, all of us do in our life, where you go from the adults being practically God, because you don't know any other context. You do what they tell you, and they are the final word, and they have reign over your life. They're kind of God, And then there comes a time in every individual's life where you cross that invisible line. And you start to see them as people, and you evaluate them just as people and just as human beings. And you start judging them and evaluating them. You know, maybe that auntie that you loved growing up, you find out, you know, auntie is she's really a lying person. She's a lying ass bitch, really. And she's kind of a hateful bitch too, you know. You didn't notice it before. But now you've evolved and you've crossed that line into understanding. Some things you don't acquire until you've just lived long enough. Some things just require time served on earth before you can get it or perceive it or understand it. You have to just live, you know. And that's one of them. You know, you have to live long enough to cross that line and start seeing adults as people. And I think when her son, if he hasn't already, when he crosses that line, he's going to think differently about his mother than he did growing up. You know, like, my mom's kind of a heartless vessel. You know, nothing really there. She's worked hard. You know, I knew that without watching her damn biopic, but it just kind of put it on, you know, display for you to see. Yeah, she worked hard. You know, she obviously she had some breaks and some you know, opportunities that made it be possible for her to be who she is today. Because none of us gets anywhere in life. You need people. You need people. And I want to say this as I'm saying that too, everybody. Remember that in relationships, friendships, co-workers, neighbors, it doesn't matter. Start to hear this, what I'm about to say next to you. I need you to remember that one thing I always tell you is you have one arc. From the womb of your from the womb of your mother to the cradle of the earth. One arc. And I always tell you, don't waste your time. But also know this. You have to start to educate yourself and train yourself to identify people that come into your energy field, into your spiritual space. You need to start to train yourself to identify them. Are they there for a moment? Are they there for a season? Are they there for a lifetime? That will help you greatly, because everybody that you encounter, many people come and cross paths with you in this journey of life, and they're only there for a season or a moment. Their assignment was just to give you something, to teach you something, to put you in a different trajectory, to slow you down, to build you up, to something. They've appeared. So you need to start, and it can even be your own family. Just because you're related to them doesn't mean they're there for a season. They could be there for a moment. They may not be there for a lifetime. But you have to start to define that. And early on, when you meet or come in contact with anyone on the earth, you need to train yourself to begin to identify, because that will affect how you respond to that person. You know, what provoked this thought was, you know, I was something I read or saw or heard or something. I was just thinking about, you know, women really get hurt. And it's not just women, men too. But in this particular case, what provoked the thought was something about women. And I just thought women just got to start understanding that a lot of times men come into your life, they're not the one. They're just there for a season, or they're there to teach them. Maybe they're not even supposed to be somebody you're even romantic with. Their assignment is completely different. So you have to start. That's why you have to start listening to your inner voice, though, too, in the whisper. That will also help your guidance, so you don't hear the influence of what society tells you and how you're supposed to be reacting to any and all situations. You know, you have to hear that whisper from the universe, and not just going on what you've been instructed and told and influenced to. It must come from here, and that will help in your identification also of the purpose of people that come into your life. You know, are they there for a season? Are they there for a moment? Are they there for life? You know, and what their role is and why they exist for you. I don't want to talk long, everybody. Like I say, I'm checking here now because over time, inspiration comes to me and then I talk it, and I'm just trying to see. And I know there's some stuff on there too, but I didn't check it. And maybe this just be something for the live stream, because I just want to see if there was anything that I was profound that I should mention now. And I think that I gave up on this, and that it's probably on that. Because this needs to be thrown from a moving car. Yeah, all right. I'm over it. I'm also going to be giving this number out, because when we do live streams, I had the idea that when we do live streams, maybe we can have people call in. You know, you can call live and, you know, ask a question live, you know, or something like that. Just thought it'd be something fun to do, you know. And this isn't a phone number that I have to keep private, you know. It doesn't mean anything, so I can give it out. I don't want to be that cavalier about it, but I'm just saying, like, you know, some jurisprudence needs to be exercised, but not like, oh my God, it's the Hope Diamond, and, you know, so that's fine. Was there something else? So, like I say, Sunday, hopefully, we will be together, live, and, so try and save a spot for that. And I'm stalling now, y'all, because I'm trying to see if this oh, this was a video. I'm trying to test the record ability of this tablet. I'm also trying to see if it's possible for me to live stream. Yeah, I was gonna do a test on here, like, of the live stream too, because I'm like, oh, you can live stream from this then, you know. But I wasn't ready for you all to see me yet, and I'm like, no. So I put the mask on, like, they still gonna know, so you can't release that. Alright. Anyways. So, like I say, hopefully, Sunday, everybody, will get a chance to be together. Yeah, I'm just trying to keep this general, you know. Just keep it general, so it's not long, and it doesn't turn into a topical video. I think I've achieved what I wanted to do with this. I wanted to just do that transition and come back as a recorded video, and also to state my intention of what some of the things that I have planned for us going forward, you know, in the near and distant future, you know. So like I say, we'll be together hopefully on Sunday. You can let me know, everybody, if you just think I should release the salt and pepper video and the Wendy thing. Both of them are long, obviously. They're separate videos, and at one point I was putting them together, and I thought, well, I could just put them in. So I don't know what to really do. I was into it when I did them, and now I'm not. You know, and like I said, maybe it's just something that we just kind of bring up in conversation, and I can give my thoughts and stuff during the live streams, you know. Yeah. I think that's the thing to do. So, by my account, we should be at just or just over an hour, and that's even longer than I anticipated or thought this would be. So, I reaffirm my love for all of you. Again, Happy New Year. As I said in the opening, I never wanted to say that to you until you were seeing me live or face-to-face in some kind of way. I need you to be able to see my face when I said that. So Happy New Year to all of us, you know. May Allah give us victory, liberation, unity, and prosperity in this year and all the ones to come. I love you all. I love you all. I love you all. I love you as I love myself. And I really do love me. And I'm so grateful and blessed that I'm an African. There is nothing more delicious than being an African. I think this is probably, I already told you that the whole idea of jealousy comes from white people. And one of the components of their jealousy is that they see how delicious it is to be us, and they want that to be something that we don't enjoy fully, you know. It's kind of like, you know, when Obama became president. They didn't want us to really enjoy that, so they made it hell, so that you couldn't really have your moment, you know, and that's what they've been trying to do with our whole existence, because they are just mediocre and inferior to all the rest of humanity, but certainly to African people, you know. So bask in your Africanness, enjoy it, claim it, own it, celebrate it, flaunt it. You understand? Flaunt it, flaunt it, flaunt it, flaunt it, and let them puke on their own jealous vomit, you know. Yeah. So I'm gonna go so this doesn't become a big file, and I can get it compressed and transferred easily, and then subsequently upload it quickly. Yeah. That's what it is. So I love you all, and I will see you. I will also do shout outs to everybody, because that's something I've been wanting to do forever. You know, I just like to give people their recognition and show them my appreciation, etc., etc. So I'm intending to do that as well. Like I said, you can let me know on the Wendy and salt and pepper thing. You know, if it's one or two people, I probably won't do it. You know, it just, I have to gauge it. You know, if there's enough demand, then okay. You know, because that's time that I put in. You know, and it is what it is. Anyways, I will leave you with a smile, which is something I don't usually do. I leave you with a smile and a good mood, because usually I'm ranting and it's something serious and it's no time for play and joke. But I love you all, and I will see you soon. This is the return.